Ladies and gentlemen, it's Thursday. I'm wearing an Eagles hat, which means it's almost draft time. And it's the Corner Booth pregame episode 47. Kev, what is the athlete of the day today?
Take a guess. Think of a player who wore 47.
Andre Kirilenko?
Yeah, AK-47, baby.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Literally the greatest nickname in all of basketball. Dude had a damn bat. Like, I remember his Timberwolves days, he had a bat tattoo going across his back. It was sick. Oh, man. That was a foot. That honestly, you've been on the hot streak. Like the last one I didn't get for 46, but then again, there weren't really any very famous 46s.
Not really. So I just picked Aaron Baines because I love Aaron Baines.
Oh, hell yeah. Good. Nice. I like Aaron Baines.
Yeah. I mean, I had no idea who that was. I had to look him up.
I think if Jared was in the NBA, if he'd be Aaron Baines.
Wow.
Especially when he had the bigger beard. Now that he's trimmed it, not quite, but.
I mean, I'm bringing the big beard back. I'm just keeping the hair short. But also, it's a lot.
What you got to do.
Yeah.
To get the full Aaron Baines look, you got to get your hair long a little bit, shave the sides, and then go bun on top and get the beard. Then you'd be Aaron Baines.
So I almost did that whole shave sides bun on top thing until like I was thinking about it up until about maybe 3 weeks before I cut it all off. And I was like, let me just go full shortcut. Let me go full like guy who just got off duty, kind of like just short with a beard, like. And now the jokes are that I look like somebody's dad, and it's hysterical.
See, I'm afraid I have to get another haircut, but I'm afraid that when I go, the ghost of Billy Ray Cyrus is going to take over my body, and I'm going to go full mullet, and then I would come home and my dad would murder me.
I want it happening, man. Listen, I understand.
It'd be pretty awesome.
Shaven. Kev, I do admit, I think the clean shaven, it's a good look for you. You look less ticked off.
I shaved the other day, so I'm gonna try and keep like scruff, but I'm not gonna go full facial hair, really.
I think this is the first time in Corner Booth history that I have had more facial hair than Kevin on a show.
Yeah, Samir, that day will never come with me. I'm just warning you now.
I think so, actually. It's weird.
Boys, I found a great beer last night. I had Thomas Hooker Brewing in Connecticut. I got to throw a shout out to this beer. I had it last night. It was fucking incredible. Double. It's a double dry hopped double IPA. It's incredible. I get one IPA a day, and this is what I chose. This is some shit, man. Like the only other beers in my cooler, I have a Coors Light and a Flight. Basically, it's like I get 500 calories a day for beer. Basically, if I'm good and I work out hard, so that's what I'm using it for.
I find it weird that there's a brewery or a beer named after an English priest.
It's Hartford, man. Nothing makes sense up there.
A preacher, sorry. Also, speaking of hookers, my favorite part about the Massachusetts State House is you have the General Hooker entrance. They must have had that for whenever JFK decided to stop by.
Ooh, got him.
Also, Joseph Hooker is who it's named after, I'm assuming, who is chiefly remembered for his decisive defeat by Confederate General Robert E. Lee at the Battle of Chancellorsville. Not defeat by. They literally named the general entrance for population General Hooker after a loser.
I mean, it could be worse.
Hey, he tried his best, you know?
I mean, Russia had literally one of their biggest cities named after their worst dictator up until the 60s.
Oh, Stalingrad?
Yeah, I mean, like, the guy literally, I think they celebrated when he got axed. Who took over, Khrushchev?
No, that was a while after. It wouldn't have been changed until de-Stalinization, which...
No, because it got changed still during the communist regime. It was just...
Yeah, no, it would have been changed. Okay, so de-Stalin... Oh, it was Khrushchev right after.
Yeah, I knew Khrushchev was right after. Yeah, no, because I remember,
there was someone in between for some reason. So, yeah, it would have been changed in, like, the 50s or 60s.
Yeah, I know it was Stalin, Khrushchev, and I think there was one more person in between Khrushchev and Gorbachev.
Soviet leaders. Well, let's look. Soviet leaders in order.
History lesson jokes, dudes.
There was someone else between Khrushchev and Stalin. Some dude was in charge for. Well, all right. It's not a knock because, all right, I don't care about SARS. Leaders of Soviet Russia, de facto. Georgy Malenkov was in charge from March 5th to September 7th, 1953.
Well, didn't Stalin pass away unexpectedly?
Yeah, it was not. It was a surprise. Then you had Khrushchev. Then you had Brezhnev. Then you had Andropov for 2 years. Then you had Chernenko. And then you had Gorbachev.
Okay, so there were 3 guys in between Khrushchev. I mean, all I remember about Khrushchev is that dude was every video I've ever seen of him is him fucking screaming at the camera. Just absolutely going on full Adolf at the camera, screaming at it.
Oh, is he? No,
it's from the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah. So my favorite fact about Soviet leadership is after the Soviet Union fell, like Western industry started coming in, Western restaurants, fast food places, namely Pizza Hut. Russians loved Pizza Hut after the fall of the Soviet Union, and Pizza Hut recognized that. So there is a Pizza Hut commercial from the 90s with Gorbachev in it. And it's not like they have him walking past the camera. Okay, bye, Samir. He's like, it's a young dude and an old dude arguing about whether or not the fall of the Soviet Union was good. And then they take a bite of the pizza. They show Gorbachev the corner and he waves. And then they get hyped about the Pizza Hut. And they're like, yes, hail Gorbachev.
Yo, I love like seeing like those old classic like super corny commercials because it literally like brings you back. Do you guys remember the commercial? I think it's from like Alaskan Salmon Company of the bear. You always see it on like TikTok and stuff of the bear duking it out with a fisherman on the side of the stream. Like I love seeing old commercials because like back then they didn't give a shit. They're like, hey, what's gonna stick? So,
can I show the commercial real quick?
Go for it.
A lot of boobs back then. Whole lot of boobs.
Whole lot of boobs. Samir likes his old school TV, man. We found that out in the draft last week.
Yeah,
screen,
good point.
Chrome tab, Pizza Hut.
Hell yeah. It is Gorbachev.
I love this so much. Oh my god, I love this.
Brings people together like a nice hot pizza from Pizza Hut.
We're talking about freaking Russian pizza commercials. I love how this show goes.
Pizza Hut, Pizza Hut, Pizza Hut.
I was watching a dumb video about like the history of the collapse of the Soviet Union, or like life in the Soviet Union. That was one of the things featured, and I loved every second of it.
That's beautiful. Absolutely fucking beautiful. You guys actually want to talk sports? You guys want to keep bullshit about old TV?
Let's keep talking about Gorbachev.
Okay, perfect. I mean, Reagan smash. Literally, one of my favorite things from like the first time I ever watched Family Guy was just the Gorbachev and Reagan jokes. There was like one episode, like they made 4 different Cold War references. I was laughing hysterically. I will admit, because of Family Guy, I actually would look up history because they make a reference to some historical figure. I wouldn't know who it was, so I'd go and look it up and actually do research on it. So Family Guy actually was educational, sort of. All right, you guys ready to talk about somebody who did get in trouble this weekend? Aaron Donald. Holy mother! Have you guys seen the pictures yet? I mean, if you haven't, you've lived under a rock. Dude cracked the guy's eye socket.
Dude,
insane.
insane.
Like absolutely in the picture,
manhandled.
Disturbing. And I feel bad. I'm just like, oh, I'm getting a phone call. I shouldn't be. Do not disturb. Nice job, iPhone. Basically, I almost say Gorbachev. Basically, basically Gorbachev of the Soviet Union cracked this doing the club, and then it got blamed on Aaron Donald. No, I guess apparently they were out, and he bumped into Aaron Donald in Pittsburgh and just turned and cracked him. As such,
oh brother. Oh my God.
He broke his eye socket. I don't feel bad for this guy.
I don't think I do either.
It's Aaron Donald. First off, how do you bump into him? He's a very large man.
it looks like Thanos.
Yeah. If you are face to face with Aaron Donald and shit starts escalating, you just go, "I'm sorry, sir." Like,
please just take it. Take whatever you want. That's what you say.
Why would you willingly fight this man?
Yeah, no, he literally is the human equivalent of Thanos. Like, he basically, I think he's the only defensive tackle in the league who's probably less than 4% body fat, or at least close to. I don't think there's any defensive tackle who's even close.
No,
not even close. Like, the next best defensive tackle is like Fletcher Cox, and he's got a beer gut because he's like a Mississippi dick, and it's hysterical. But I like. Okay, so if I'm at a club, right? Let's see. I see Jamal Adams. I accidentally bump into him, right? I'm not going to take a swing at Jamal, like try to escalate with Jamal Adams. Like, hey man,
well, what I would do is I would throw a ball and see if he could catch it, which evidently he couldn't.
He'd probably knock you out just for that because he knows he can't catch it.
No, Samir, that's where you mess up. You throw yourself at him because then he will drop you and you can get away.
Yeah, good point.
It's just the logic of this here. It's weird. Because you have the whole thing with all this weird details with the Deshaun Watson thing. One woman dropped her suit. Details are getting changed. Everything's weird right now with that. And then this headline comes out, and maybe it's because of this. Maybe what Kevin said. Obviously, like it's a club, it's a fight, it happens. But at the same time, and maybe it also might just be the fact that the Deshaun Watson thing has been the big cloud over the offseason. Let's be honest. There's a new development or new headline about it. 4 days, but I'm just not about like. I mean, yeah, he got in a fight. Guys get in fights at the bar. It happens. Oh my God, a famous guy who's like the size of Thanos punched you. It's not like it's a UFC fighter who has his hands registered as lethal weapons, which is something they have to do, by the way. I mean, yeah, you might get a civil lawsuit, but I don't see Aaron Donald catching any suspension or a fine for this. Like,
I don't think so.
No, they were out. Like, are you kidding me? I was in the middle of a bar fight on Friday. It was hysterical. Like, I was trying to back people away from it because a girl got her shirt ripped open. Another one got her hair ripped out. Some crazy thing. Like, I'm in the middle. I'm at a main drag in Danbury. And there's like a 15-person brawl breaking out in front of my buddy's bar. I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? This is ridiculous. So I will say that I agree with Kevin. I don't feel bad for this guy. I mean, it sucks he got punched, and I hope he's okay. I mean, a broken eye socket is fucking terrible. But at the same time, I don't think Aaron Donald's catching anything for this.
Yeah, third of all, hey, man, social distancing. You shouldn't be bumping into Aaron Donald.
Samir, you are just like nachos, man. Corny as hell.
It's something. I like it more when Samir's connection shits out. So we don't have this damn echo.
Yeah, right. I mean, I don't hear the echo on my end. It's only on yours, I guess.
I'm not hearing any echo.
I am, but it's an echo of my voice, so it's not from my end.
Huh. I got my headphones in.
I do not, because this one does not like that. Hold on. Let me fix something here. Might be my microphone.
I'm not hearing it anymore.
Okay. Yeah, so I think it might have been mine, the way I was aiming it. But
oh God. I told someone that I showed the greatest commercial ever, and then she sent me a commercial, so now I have to watch it.
Oh boy.
Oh.
This game doesn't end, boys. Never ends.
Never ends.
I mean, it did
always
for me.
in the grind.
It did for me at least about 4 hours ago. So yeah. Free man again.
Hey, Jared, remember what I sent you? I'd rather go 0 for 9 than 0 for 30. Or I'd rather go 0 for 30 than 0 for 9. If you go 0 for 9, that means you stop shooting. It means you lost confidence.
I mean, I never said I stopped shooting. I stopped simping. I'm also too big of a smart ass to be simping.
Simping is like 3-point shooting.
Oh no, I'm going in. I'm trying to dunk every time. I'm just going straight to the basket. I am way too I'm just a nice guy, so it's hysterical. It's like, yo, you simping. I'm like, I am not simping, trust me. And I fucking hate that term, by the way, because people like consider you simp for being a good person. Like, it's like, hey, you're simping, you bought her a drink. I'm like, I'm just doing that because I'm generous. That don't mean shit. Like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I do recall seeing like people post those like Instagram infographic things. You've seen them like on the
stupid as shit though.
Right, but I saw one. So I saw one that that was like the term simp is like misogynistic because it like shames men for like caring for women, yada yada yada. And I don't know. I guess I just found it kind of funny that someone was like, "Yeah, let's put that up there." I mean, listen, it's open for debate, but I just don't think the word simp has all that power over my life where I get worried about it.
Zero over me. Somebody called me a simp the other day. I laughed at him like, you're fucking stupid, bro.
I use the term ironically.
You do, yeah, and it's good. It works that way.
Kevin, your amount of sarcasm kind of led on to that, but go on.
Like, look, I'll 100% admit I'm a simp. I tweeted out, have you ever seen Rick and Morty, the "Oh boy, here I go kill it again" thing? I edited that and said, "Oh boy, here I go simping again," and tweeted that out.
I did see that. I liked that. I smiled.
I think I liked that. I don't remember. You tweet out a lot, so I'm sometimes missing.
Oh, I tweet out a lot of stupid shit.
Oh no, yeah, seriously, go follow him on Twitter because he's way more entertaining than I am.
I tweeted the other day
on Instagram and Snapchat. I am not entertaining on Twitter.
I tweeted the other day, yesterday. Does anyone else feel like if Oreo stopped coming out with new variations after double stuff, their life would not be impacted at all? And I had to follow that up with, and I understand the same could be said for my Twitter, so don't even.
I mean, like, the only Oreo flavor, I haven't had Oreos in a hot minute. They're my favorite like cookie out like by a mile, but the red velvet ones, I could crush half a box in a minute, like just smash through them.
I'm not saying that they're not good.
Oh, I know. They're just the flavors are coming out. They're fucking hysterical.
They're weird. The mega stuff looks disgusting.
I had them.
Gross.
They're
Too
interesting.
Much.
They taste great, but it's like they're so bad for you. I think it's like 100 calories per cookie or something ridiculous like that, or like 85.
I feel like though every kid, whether they're born in 1994 or 2014, they're going to grow up eating the regular Oreo. So that will be their nostalgia cookie.
Yeah.
So your life's not impacted if they just stopped after double stuff. Also, basically, I think we have to rate this commercial that I was sent, by the way.
Okay.
Let's do it. The commercial hour. I throw out names left and right.
Let's see by this commercial, like to see who sent you this. I think I already know who sent you this, but like I'm gonna see if I get there if it's the sense of humor I'm thinking it is.
Let's see.
Love it already.
Oh, it's a gorilla.
Gorilla.
I love monkeys, you guys. Oh hell yeah.
Phil Collins already starting great.
He's feeling it.
In the air night.
This is pretty cool. Oh, here we go. This rocks. Hell yeah.
It makes no sense.
What does that have to do with chocolate?
No, I was waiting for it to be like a fucking condom commercial or some bullshit. Like, what is
that would be
that?
a great condom commercial.
I know, right?
That would be a pretty cool condom commercial.
Yeah, all right. First of all, also, we talk about something. I cannot think of another song like in recent memory that has had more great so I've heard more like In the Air Tonight is a great song. Meek Mill used it for his intro for his new album. It's incredible. I love it. It's one of my favorite songs by him of all time. Also, I've heard 2 great remixes, almost 3 now, of In the Air Tonight. One's
DMX used that. Rest in peace, DMX, but he had a song using.
Yeah, he had one like that too. I even have them both. 2 versions. You guys want to check this out? I mean, not you guys, obviously, but there's 2 great versions that I actually downloaded because like my friends turned me on to this. But so one by Nonpoint, which is part of the Miami Vice soundtrack. Great.
Oh, I watched that episode of Miami Vice the other day.
The movie, not the TV show. The movie.
Oh.
This was actually the movie was okay. It was great. It was like I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10. But this song was great. And also by the Proto Men, it was the ending song for season 3 of Karate Kid. I mean, not Karate Kid. Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. Yeah, it was.
So 2 great versions of this song. The Phil Collins version, of course, is iconic. But it's In the Air Tonight. I even heard like an all-female version the other day. It was great. But I heard a remix of We Will Rock You by Lizzie Hale of Hailstorm. The girl who used to play Sydney Lou Who, she's like a scream rocker now, and some other girl. It's incredible. It's in my workout playlist. I love it. It gets me so amped up. And it's no disrespect to Freddie Mercury because he's one of the greatest performers of all time. But I will listen to that over the Queen one just because before a lift, that'll get me so jacked up and amped up. I'm ready to go. But
nice.
Yeah, no. All right. Samir, I think it's time for bold predictions, man. We've been unless Kev, you want to talk about the workout thing quick? With these players, like just
no, I was gonna say you wanted to guess who sent me that.
I'm gonna guess it's Meg.
No.
Wow. Okay, so I'm completely off.
I'll give you a hint on when it like the moment, like around Christmas time they release new commercials or the Super Bowl, big commercial time. So it was that moment for this commercial was during the Rugby World Cup.
Miss Cross Pond.
Yeah.
She's back. Kate, if you're watching, I'm still holding out for my boy. He's a great man. Irritates the hell out of me.
I just sent this to her on Facebook. She's not watching though.
Oh, okay. Listen, if she ever gets to watch this, my boy over here who's chugging a Travis Scott seltzer, by the way, I wonder how that is. Great eyes by me.
It's all right. Strawberry's fun.
But also, my man's over here. He's a good dude. He's less angry now that his mustache is gone. So there you go.
Yeah. Do you like my facial hair also? That's another question we have.
Hey, listen. Hey, little tykes, relax, okay? You got a little peach fuzz there.
Man, this is only a couple days, man.
7 months?
What, this?
No, like 3 days.
Samir.
Oh, okay. Give me about 2 more weeks. It's going to be down to about here.
All right.
My hair, listen, Samir, it's okay because like my beard's odd. It goes through stage. It goes thick, length, thick, length, thick, length. It like alternates by month. So it's growing its thickness right now, and it's going to get length again. It's going to be hysterical.
I mean, I'm sure you wish you could combine the thickness and the length at once. I'm told that's what the ladies like more.
Yeah,
they were just talking about beards, just beards,
just beards. No, but like honestly, like I do miss my long beard, and I can't wait for it to be back. The dumbest thing I did this year was cut the beard off before the hair. I should have just kept the beard on the whole time. All right, you want to talk about these workouts? What the hell are you guys doing?
3 teams so far, I think, unless more.
I think Broncos,
Bears,
Giants just decided, yeah.
As a team, all the players have decided they will not be attending voluntary workouts in the off season until there are appropriate COVID measures put in place. And they, as a team, they all release statements, or they release one statement about it. I don't hate the move. Look, they're voluntary for a reason.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to protect your players, and I don't like calling these guys investments. They are human beings. However, they are investments.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to protect these human beings, you're a piece of shit. If you're not going to protect your investment, you're an idiot.
I also agree that like the 3 teams so far that have come forward so far, maybe 4, also are in states that do have higher COVID numbers than certain other ones, or at least the COVID, like the COVID concentration. So I understand it completely. Like me as somebody who's more of the let's get back to it, like wear a mask if you want to get your vaccine, whatever. I understand this completely because, of course, New York, New Jersey. By the way, my family lives in New Jersey. They're like 8 steps behind Connecticut. It's hysterical. Yeah. Like I was talking to my uncle the other day, and I was telling him, like, yeah, I just went to the bar the last night. He goes, "You went to the bar?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, I mean, of course, I had to order food, but it was packed to whatever the legal capacity is, and like 60% of the elderly I think 60 or 70% of the elderly in our state have it. I went to a customer's house last night. She goes, "Yeah, dude, take your mask off. You're good." I'm like, "All right, cool." And it's stuff like that. Like my parents just got theirs. I mean, I can get it whenever I want card because of my job, but I will wait until I absolutely have to because, I'd rather like somebody else who actually needs it get it. I don't even get the freaking flu shot. I'm one of those types. So like basically like I'll get it if I have to for travel reasons or whatever. But basically I understand the whole argument behind these players completely, and I'm fully supportive of it. I mean, I get that it would suck because of team chemistry and everything else, but like fuck that. That's what minicamp's for. So hopefully by minicamp they figure this crap. They make sure they're ready to go. Also, hopefully by minicamp everyone else is good to go, like vaccines and everything else wise. But yeah, I'm fully in part of this because when I saw the Broncos did, I was like, what's going on here? Why are they? I thought it was for like some CBA shit. I was like, oh boy, here we go. But no, it's for COVID, so it's understandable completely.
Yeah, I'm on board. Yeah, good idea. Good job, guys. You're doing a good thing, NFL players.
I mean, like certain states that have lower numbers, like even Florida. I mean, it's hysterical how their numbers just keep dropping like a lead balloon. It's whatever. But I get the teams that like have like the whole issue with the COVID in the area of it makes sense. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
All right. Kev just lost power, so you and me are running solo right now.
Kevin died. Everybody who came here, Kevin died.
Yeah.
Everyone here, listen, audience. Rest in peace. He had a great life, and he really lived to his fullest. But I guess.
All right. So, Samir, I gotta ask. We're gonna do a little quick interlude. We'll wait and see if Kevin's power comes back on quickly. First off, if he don't come back in the next, let's give him 5-10 minutes. We'll start doing bowl predictions. You and me will run through it. But
sure.
We'll kind of just do how many NFL drafts in 2 weeks?
Right.
Jadeveon Clowney just signed yesterday, which I think it's fucking hysterical. Browns fans are hilarious. I mean, by the way.
Come on.
Browns fans are just coming out the woodwork like best team in the league, monsters, like all this. They're saying all this stuff. I personally am starting to like look at this like, okay, guys, like we got a problem here.
Yeah.
It's an issue that I look at the Browns and I look at how they're built. So I just want to talk about Jadeveon Clowney, obviously. So I wanted your opinion on the Clowney signing quick because I realized this as Kevin was leaving. I'm like, they signed Clowney yesterday. We tried to talk about that.
Yeah.
And the Seahawks also signed Alden Smith as well.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about Clowney going to the Browns? Everyone's talking about it's the most dangerous D-line in the league. I'm like, but with the Browns, if you get a lead on them, they're screwed. You can stop the running game. I mean, unless Baker makes a progression leap.
Yeah.
So Big Benny knows what it's about. I'm not even controlling this. So the problem is like I don't even know how we're gonna sign off right now because Kev has this controlled on his computer. So I don't know. Yeah,
it's like Dr. Strangelove. Everything's going crazy. We're gonna end up dropping.
We have an unprecedented episode, folks. We might be like going on for hours. We have no idea what the hell's gonna happen because Kev. So
hunker down.
I wonder if like who because I was second in. I wonder if I get control, but we'll find out. All right. What do you think about Clowney?
I mean,
going to the Browns. Honestly.
I don't think it makes them worse. Like, I don't think it makes them a worse team. I just don't think it makes them the best team in the NFL. I think it makes them a top 10 defense, which they probably already were.
I mean, John Johnson, great acquisition, obviously. They have decent corners.
Kevin's back. Kevin's back, everyone. Kevin's back.
Oh, I am. Okay, so how do I add Kevin? I don't know how to do this.
This is what happens when the.
Okay, so it won't even give me the option. So.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is happening right now. Like, I'm literally like trying to figure this out right now because Kevin's trying to join, but add me back in. I guess he got power back.
I'll riff. Literally, click my name is what they said. What he says.
Oh, click his name. Yep. Got it. Where's his name? Because I never logged into this.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we figure out these technical difficulties,
Samir's gonna entertain you.
Yeah, I'll riff a little on something that I really enjoyed about the sports world last night. I was hanging out. I had just watched the Nets Sixers game, which kind of sucked. To be honest, I wish everyone played. It was fun towards the end to see the bench guys in the Nets kind of coming back into the Sixers, but I just don't think it was as primetime a game as I wish it could be. Of course, we all know that. And also, happy retirement, I guess. And I'm sorry, LaMarcus Aldridge, if you're listening. He retired, of course, due to irregular heartbeat. But he had a great 15 years in the NBA, but he was only a few points shy of 20,000, which is a bummer. But after that, I was just hanging out. I didn't know what to do, whatever. Then I'm seeing this. Oh, Carlos Rodon is perfect through 6. I got that. I was like, oh, Carlos Rodon being the Chicago White Sox starting pitcher, who's always had a lot of potential, of course, but he's been injured. There was always questions of whether he'd even come back, and here he was, perfect through 6 innings. So he tuned in, and he's working perfect through 8. And it was insane. Like, I was texting all my friends being like, holy shit, this is crazy. And this is something I think I love about, baseball. And this is like a thing in baseball that I think is awesome. Like when someone's throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, which a perfect rate was insane. I thought, but, everyone kind of just drops what they're doing and they're like, fuck, we got to watch this. Because it's a guy
like Sunday, we had Luke Weaver had 1 through 6.
Yeah.
And they're talking about, red box upper right. Keep going. Sorry, but I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah. So like all my friends were like going in and watching at the same time, and it's like one of those things where it's like kind of like The Last Dance, where everyone was watching something at the same time, something big at the same time. Just like that collective feeling of watching something is really cool. And it was such a bummer when he lost the perfect game. I don't know if you saw how he lost it.
Leaned into the fucking hit by pitch, which is bullshit. I was so
it was bullshit.
I was so fucking mad. I could not.
I mean, come on.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I was so ticked off. I could not. What made me the most mad about it was the fact that it's the second perfect game that got lost in as many in 3 days. And I'm trying to understand how I get you don't want to be that guy who gets caught up in the perfect game, but at the same time, it's some bullshit. I feel bad for Rendon because that perfect games are some legendary shit. It's stuff you can't actually. It's history.
Yeah, how many have there been?
I think it's 30 something. The entire history of baseball. So.
It's 21. I just looked up
21. Oh, so it was either 20 or 40, and it was an even starting number,
and that's amazing. I mean, wow!
Listen, my favorite player of all time threw one in 2004, and it was the coolest moment of my life. So,
wow, that is awesome.
Against the Braves, I just remember I still have the newspaper clipping from my local paper about it, in my room in a shadow box.
I can't believe Mark Burley had a perfect game. Dallas.
I remember that one because Mark Burley didn't throw gas. He threw changeups, and it just
he had 6 strikeouts in the entire game.
It was just I think Randy Johnson had 14 in his
13.
Amazing. Who had the most per perfect game? I think it's got to be up in the 20s, right?
I don't think so. The most I'm seeing is Sandy Koufax's 14. Let's see. Yeah, it's a tie between Sandy Koufax and Matt Cain for 14 strikeouts.
I remember Matt Cain's. Oh my god, that was
crazy.
Remember how Matt Cain for a year was the best pitcher in baseball?
Yeah, he was absurd.
And then he just dropped off the map. That's
yeah. And can you believe that in 2012 there was 3 perfect games? That's incredible. In the span of 2009 to 2012, there were 6 perfect games. That's crazy.
I remember the ugliest no-hitter I remember is Edwin Jackson's. That was hysterical. 150 something pitches was insane. 8 walks.
He really was scrapping there. The one I never liked was I remember when Irvin Santana got his. I think he was with the Twins at the time, and I feel I don't know. I kind of feel he wasn't really striking out anyone. He was just getting lucky. Everything was just being hit to fielders. It wasn't like he threw a particularly amazing game. Well, I don't know. Who am I to judge? The guy threw a no-hitter. I'm just being a little dick, to be honest.
I mean, I still remember Roy Halladay. That was
incredible. Rest in peace, man. What a bummer that he.
So I actually met. So I didn't meet him. My buddies who I work with in an insurance company. He umpired his kid's game in the Little League World Series.
Wow!
3 months before he passed away.
Wow.
Yeah, he said Roy Halladay was literally the coolest guy of all time. He was really relaxed. He was really cool as a coach. He was intense with his players. He really pushed them to be better players, but he was the nice and most soft-spoken guy. So he was he said it was really cool meeting Roy. He posted with pictures with him and everything. It's so funny. When he passed away, I didn't even think about the whole family. I just thought about my boy who had known Roy Halladay, got to meet him and had multiple conversations with him. So that was the biggest thing to me. I was like, wow, I really hope Ray is okay. So definitely one of the coolest things I've seen in a while. I mean, our boy, I can't show the thing right now because I'm not in control of the stream right now, which is hysterical. But our boy over Craft Brew Sports, I believe it's Mike who's commenting this. Rhino hitting the Reds in the playoffs is a nightmare I'll never shake. Pal,
if you're a Reds fan, your life is a nightmare. That's all.
Oh my god! I mean, he must have been irate with the Castellanos thing, but at the same time, I just remember that Roy Halladay no hitter was just I'm like, this hasn't happened in the playoffs since Don Larson.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Baseball no hitter thing is just always crazy to me.
It's just amazing that it's the one thing that is so hard, and it's the only sport that has an objective like that. In football, if you throw a perfect passer rating, it's it's not a big deal. Yeah, perfect passer ratings, they happen, but whatever. Or even a hat trick doesn't have as much.
Or perfect shooting percentage. It's oh my god, he went 16 for 16. How many of them are dunks or layups?
Yeah, exactly. It's just such a feat. I don't think
a quarterback has a quarterback ever thrown over 15 passes and gone 15 for 15 or 16 for 16, whatever it is.
I don't know.
I doubt it because it's random. It's impossible in Madden. In me and Kev's little franchise.
Yeah, I guess so. 22? No. 25 straight pass attempts is the most.
Yeah.
Brian Tannehill, but it was over a 2-game span. There was 7 straight to end the game, and then 18 in a row to start another game. And also, even with that, it's like, okay, well, so a bunch of them could be dump offs.
Yeah, like it could be check down passes. I mean,
yeah.
Back to my story, man. Like I'm trying to figure out the technical difficulties here, obviously. So sorry about that, folks. Basically, it's crazy because how do you even in Madden? Think about it. Like, so, like, I one time started off a game. I think it was 19 for 19 throwing the ball. Like, I was hitting 20, 30-yard routes, but I was throwing nothing but wide open passes. I think it was like the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left. I threw one ball, tipped, and a miracle throw by a receiver. I mean, a cornerback. It happens. Like, that's what makes no hitter so cool. It's the
one feat in sports that feels impossible.
Yeah, it's crazy. I am just. It's some crazy stuff, and I really I don't know. It's definitely something that every time it happens, you kind of have to like just appreciate it. I was really pissed because like we almost had 2 this week, and I feel so bad for Luke Weaver because that ball that Rendon, I think it was Suarez hit, was just a looper. He hung it just a little too much, and it was a looper. It really stinks.
I think there wasn't a no-hitter earlier. Like I think on Sunday, am I wrong? Yeah, Joe Musgrove of the Padres, I think.
Yeah.
Which is also crazy. 5 days apart, 2 no-hitters.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how also pitching is becoming such a just a regular, like it's becoming so dominant in the sport of baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's something that like I think no-hitters will happen like more often now because I think the ball getting put in play isn't necessarily the objective of baseball anymore, which is a little sad, but it's mostly just the 3 true outcomes. It's just walk, strike out, or hit a homer.
True. I mean, which really stinks about baseball.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Getting on base is a lost art. Putting the ball in play is a lost art. And I think also the shift is to blame for that. And I think they should ban the shift. That's a big take of mine. Banning the shift would make baseball a better game.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, there's so many things wrong with like they overly strategize baseball. Let's be honest. It's been so overthought. It's been so like overworked. And at the end of the day, like how are you supposed to really try to like have it be offensive? Like I really look at baseball as a whole, and I think baseball is pacing, but at the same time, it's it definitely just turns into like how can you build the whole game up and make it more entertaining because basketball and everything else is what they're struggling with. NFL will always be king, but yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I had to try to see if I can get around this. Yeah, because we're in no control here. So like this is like uncharted territory right now.
Yeah, so essentially what's happened is have you ever seen Apollo 13? That's kind of the situation we have going on.
Yeah, like it's basically turned into that right now.
Yeah. We're one step away from this becoming Alien.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I mean,
because Kevin's gonna
because I don't have a button that allows
his stomach and rear his head.
All right, so
here I am. I'm running the corner booth, everybody. Check out my apartment. Look at all these new things we got put up on the wall. You see that Rocky poster back there? Pretty cool Rocky poster. You see that Eagles poster right there? Pretty cool Eagles poster, wouldn't you say? Muhammad Ali on this side, Casino. I know we have Scorsese's fans in the chat. Anyways, what'd you guys do today? What I did today, I was playing the show, my road to the show. I started a new one, but I got drafted by the Orioles. You never get drafted by good teams. So the team sucks, but I'm bad. I'm always hitting good. My problem is I don't get walks. But it's like, can you blame me? can you really blame me for, I don't know. It's a video game, and like, of course, I'm going to swing it the first pitch most of the time. I put the ball in play a lot. What can I say? But anyways, might as well fill some time. I guess we're just hanging out here. I can't see the chat, I think, which kind of sucks. I wish I could see the chat. I don't know what you guys are saying to me. I wish I could converse with some people who are watching right now. That would be cool. But, I'm just the intern. I have very limited powers, But I'm just living my life over here. I'll give you guys an update on my, my fantasy baseball team while we're at it. Where we've been talking about baseball. Oh, great. I'm in the negative. Oh, no, never mind. I'm doing okay. Two of my pitchers combined for negative points. Great. And then, I got on the positive end of things here. Jose Abreu, negative 6 points. Thanks a lot, man. I hate when that happens. The thing about, I think something that separates baseball, fantasy football, and any other sport, or any other fantasy sport, which is, I think, fantasy baseball. Oh, no. So essentially, folks, I have an update here from headquarters. So Jared is now also locked out of the live stream, and he's saying he can't get back in. So he's saying if I hit the X button, maybe it'll end. So we're going to maybe end this for a second and kind of hop back on, if you guys will bear with us for a moment.
And we're back, baby.
Oh,
we're back. Shout out to Big Mike Brown for the hustle, man.
Look at that.
Look at this. All right, we're back. We're gonna start doing bold predictions because we figured it out. Shout out to our boss, Mike Brown. The guy's a G. He's amazing. We're gonna do the fastest
absolute
ever. Or I don't know. Let's see if we can get Kevin back. That'd be great.
Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. For a second, I thought hope was lost.
I know, like Samir, good on you for staying in there, man. I was waiting for like 20 minutes, and Mike hit me back with my code, and I got in. We're good. Rock and roll.
See if we can get Kevin, get our bold predictions in here.
Yeah. Yeah, we're sorry for the technical difficulties, obviously.
It happens, ladies and gentlemen. You know, these things, you know, the COVID-19 pandemic, it's been hard on a lot of us.
Just blame it on damn power outages. Come on. That's not the right one. All right. So at least now we can end the broadcast when we're done.
Great.
Yeah, so we're see if we can get Kevin back in here. It'd be awesome if we could. But for right now, we'll just get the we'll try to do a rapid fire one. So Samir, we're talking bold predictions here as we're back and, you know. All right. First off, who do you think is the biggest potential bust in this year's draft class?
This is an interesting question. I think the biggest potential bust is Trey Lance.
Wow. Okay, so you're taking a low swinging fruit there.
You think so? I can take another one.
Here's the issue, and it really comes down to I accidentally removed Kevin. There he is. Kev's back.
Oh,
he's in the dark.
Kev in the dark.
Yo, don't want to end a live stream?
Yeah, no, you can't kill us.
Yeah, I don't have fucking power.
You can't kill us. We're like a cockroach. Kev's still here though. Oh, man. I feel
just
bad, man.
on his phone.
All right, so this is Trey Lance. All right, I personally,
I love this dark figure that's in between the two of us.
Personally, I think Zach Wilson is the biggest bust.
Okay.
For me. And it's not because of his overall ability. It's the fact that he's going to the Jets. And we're only going to do half our bold predictions today, folks. We're going to have a bunch because we're going to do a little mock draft next week. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun. And hopefully this time, like I might just do the login this way at least. So just in case somebody goes down. All right.
I also just think it's logical that we are picking quarterbacks because I think when there's a conversation of 4, 5 top quarterbacks, there's no shot that they all pan out. It's never that way. There's never 4 or 5 quarterbacks in the first round of a draft and they're all legitimate starters. I think you just pick and choose the one that you don't think is going to work out or the 2 that you don't think are going to work out.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird because with everyone's talking about you can't miss with Lawrence. And I honestly have a feeling if Justin Fields goes to the right system, he's going to be fine. If he goes to New England or San Fran, I think he's going to be okay. It's just the real issue just comes down to it's all about system. And we really saw that with a couple years ago, we had Goff. His first year looked awful with Jeff Fisher, but then gets Sean McVay, and it's a whole different story. Carson Wentz looked great when Frank Reich was calling plays. The second Reich leaves, the play deteriorates. So I think really with quarterbacks, it really comes down to basically this whole comes basically down to the system. But we'll do one more, and then we'll call it a night. Who do you think is going to be the biggest draft steal? Who do you think is going to be like a guy that like everyone's going to sleep on and is going to be a big hitter in the NFL this year?
All right. I have two. I'll just say one. I think Rashad Bateman is going to turn a lot of heads. I think Rashad Bateman should be higher on draft boards. I think the hype is low because he didn't play this year. Mm-hmm. I think he is a big, physical, and fast wide receiver that is going to be great in the NFL. And if he lands where I think he's going to land, which I think it's going to be the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
I think he's going to be fantastic. I think he might be he has a chance. It seems impossible because of how great the talent is in the higher wide receivers, but I think he could turn out to be the best wide receiver out of this class. He has a fighting chance.
See, there's a scenario that I saw from a couple people that the Eagles take defense. They take like a J.C. Horn at 12 or a what's the kid of Virginia Tech's name? Oh, it's killing me right now. I can't think of the kid's name, but either way. And they take a corner or linebacker, first pick. They couple all their picks. They get back into the first round, like later, like late 20s, and they go get a Bateman. I love that move, but at the same time, I don't see it happening. Kevin's pick is the safety from Indiana, Jamar Johnson. I actually just watched tape on him today. I love his game. Hard work. He just flies the ball. I think he's going to be one of those like kind of the Justin Simmons type where you don't expect him to be good, but he's honestly solid safety. I only watched about 2 minutes of film on him today because I was doing safeties today. The kid from TCU is incredible, by the way. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, he's really good.
I watched about 2 seconds of Jamar Johnson. Yeah, Kevin says, dude can't tackle, but he's got really good instincts. So, I mean, especially with at safety, that's invaluable having good instincts. Like, look at guys like Ed Reed, Trip Polamalu, who even Brian Dawkins. I mean, could hit. Dawkins could hit, obviously, but yeah, Kevin says good day 2 pick. I agree. My biggest steal of the draft, I think, is going to be Quincy Roche out of Miami. And I remember, Jared, it's a Miami guy. What are you talking about? Dude was him. All 3 Miami pass rushers look great. Phillips.
Yeah, I was going to say Jalen Phillips as my other one.
I think also people are overhyping Phillips off that 40 time.
Yeah.
Phillips' motor is great. I think Rousseau, everyone's sleeping on him. I think he honestly ties with Roche because somebody's going to get Roche probably 3rd or 4th round. He's going to be a great rotation pass rusher. But the biggest thing with Rousseau is that he's falling down draft boards because of his crap 40 time. But Derek Barnett fell down because of his. And Barnett honestly played great. I also, at the end of the day, if you're looking at 40 times, you really also have to look at with defensive ends, how's their short distance burst? I don't care how fast they can run 40 yards. So I'd say Roche is definitely one, but I really, really, really love the cornerback from where is he from? Shit. Actually, no. Sorry. So I like the Joker. That's who I'm going to pick. Actually, is my steal because I think he's a better linebacker than Parsons. He can cover better. He's better in space. Everyone's comparing him to Jamal Adams right now, which I think it's a great comparison, but he's actually a linebacker. He's actually what everyone thought Isaiah Simmons was going to be this year. So I love this kid. I think he's got a great potential. He's got great potential as an open field kind of space kind of guy. Also, I think that everyone's sleeping on Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle is going to be a little disappointed because I think their speed and their ability to separate is a little underrated because, oh my God, they played for Alabama. They're still great receivers. I think the issue with Jamar Chase is that Kevin found the video. You time the 40 out. It's a 4.5. It's not a 4.38. I'm sorry. Every receiver ran a 4.38 this year, apparently, in the pro day. So I don't even know if Rashad Bateman's that fast. I know Jalen Waddle's that fast. I kind of know. I think Devontae Smith's that fast. And Raheem Moore, I think, is pretty close to that too as well. But we'll definitely see going forward. Folks, once again, thank you for sticking with us for Korner Pregame, Andre Kirilenko edition. Of course, we had some technical difficulties today. Pray for Kevin's power. Pray for my sanity. Pray for Samir's facial hair. And we will catch y'all next Thursday. Deuces.